If you work a normal 9 to 5 job, this is literally the most practical, easiest side hustle that you could do to essentially make a guaranteed $2,000 to $4,000 per week on top of the money that you're making at work. And the reason why I say that this is the easiest and the most practical side hustle in the world is because it literally is. This literally only takes 20 to 30 minutes per day. This can be done strictly from your phone, and you can literally make money from this by tonight if you wanted to. Guaranteed. Now, when I say guaranteed, you'll understand why after I explain what this is and how this works and the math behind it and all that. But when I say guaranteed, yes, I mean guaranteed. Now, if you're watching this right now, you kind of got to consider yourself lucky because not too many people know about what I'm going to be telling you today. Not too many people are doing this, which is kind of crazy to me because this is actually like a genius idea, you know? But yeah, I've taught so many people how to do this. I've taught my mother how to do this. My boy made $2,800 within his first week of doing this. My boy Jordan made $3,000 in his first week of doing this. My boy Michael made $2,500 in his first week of doing this. So many people are making crazy money off of this, and the average person can do this. Anyone can do this. Literally anyone can do this. If you're above a certain age though, because there's a certain age requirement to this, but I'll get to that in a bit. But what we're doing here is called the NGG system. And the reason why I call it the NGG system is because that stands for the no gamble gain system. And what is a no gamble gain system? What we're essentially doing is we're taking free money from sports betting apps and then withdrawing that back into our bank accounts. Now, when I said sports betting, a lot of people would probably get turned off by that because they're probably saying, oh, I don't know anything about sports betting. I've never sports bet in my life. But trust me, you do not need to know anything about sports. You do not need to know anything about sports betting at all. Before I started doing this, I didn't know anything about sports betting at all. I've never sports bet in my life. I'd never watched a full NBA game in my life. I've never watched a full sports game in my life. Like the only sport that I do and kind of know is jiu-jitsu. I don't even watch UFC or anything like that either. But like what I was saying, you don't need to know anything about sports at all, and I'll understand why. What we're doing here is we're essentially taking free bonuses and free sign-up bonuses from sports betting apps because every single sports betting app that you can think of has some sort of sign-up bonus. And we're taking that money, doing a little math trick, and then withdrawing that back into our bank accounts. It's that simple. Now, the thing that you need to realize is that every single sports betting app has some sort of sign-up or welcome bonus. So I'm just gonna put like Bet365. Everyone's heard of Bet365, even if you've never sports bet before. Now, let's say Bet365 has a $500 sign-up bonus. And there are different types of bonuses, but right now I'm just going to talk about one called a deposit match bonus. So I'll just put like DP bonus. My writing isn't the best, so kind of bear with me. So let's say Bet365 has a $500 deposit match bonus. So the way the deposit match bonus works is you deposit money into a sports betting app and then they match your deposit and then give you that amount in free bets. So let's say you deposit $500 into Bet365, they will give you an additional free $500 to bet with. So now you have a total of $1,000 in your account, $500 of your money, a free $500 from Bet365. Now, the reason why sports betting apps give away free money like this is because there's so many sports betting apps out there, and they're trying to compete for your attention. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna give away free money essentially to get new users to come to their platform. So that's how they kind of compete with each other. It's kind of like a race or a battle of who can give away the most money because it incentivizes people to sign up for their platforms, right? Now, the thing about these bonuses is that you can't just take them and then withdraw them into your bank account. No, if that were the case, then these sports betting apps would go broke. What you need to do is you need to take that free money that they give you and then place a bet with it, and then the profit that you make from that essentially free bet that you made, you get to withdraw that back into your bank account. So what we need to do is we need to not gamble that money away, but we need to basically do this little math trick that I've kind of developed and discovered to essentially take that money and then make that withdrawable and then withdraw that back into our bank accounts. And this is exactly how you do this. So let's say Bet365 does have that free $500 bonus that they give you. You deposit your $500, you get that free $500 that they give you, and then you just find any game that's playing tonight, literally any game. So let's say the Raptors and Miami Heat are playing tonight. So let's say the Raptors and Miami Heat are playing tonight. What we do is we take that free money that Bet365 gave us, and then we just place that on any side to win. So let's say we place that on the Raptors to win. And then if they win, then you leave with, let's say, $1,000. So if the Raptors win, you bet $500 on the Raptors. If the Raptors win, then you make $1,000 off of that. You leave with $1,000 off of that. So we placed our bet there with that free money, but we want to guarantee that we keep that and then withdraw that back into our bank accounts, because remember, we can't withdraw that money back into our bank accounts unless we bet with it first. So what we do, if we go on a completely different sports betting app, so let's say FanDuel. You probably heard of FanDuel too, even if you never sports bet before. You go on FanDuel and then you do this. This is the little trick. You deposit your own $500. Let's say this doesn't even have to have a bonus. It doesn't even have to have a bonus. You deposit your own $500 and then you take that $500 and then place that on the opposing side to win. So you place that on the Miami Heat to win. So what we're doing is we're betting on both sides. We're betting on heads and tails. And if these guys win, then you leave with $1,000. So this is our Bet365 account. This is our FanDuel account. So I'm gonna erase this green thing because we put it here, and then I'm gonna erase this 500 over here because we've already bet that. So I'm just gonna make a quick box to show what's in our account. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We still have $500 of our unused money in Bet365. We have zero in FanDuel because we placed that $500 here. We placed $500 of free money on the Raptors, $500 of our money on the opposing team to win, on the Heat to win. Now, let's see what would happen if either side were to win. Let's see what would happen if the Raptors were to win in this case. If the Raptors were to win in this case, then what would happen is this would end up losing. You would end up losing that $500 because that side lost. But this would end up turning into $1,000 of real money because, again, you're leaving with $1,000. So now you have a total of 500 plus 1,000 in your Bet365 account. You have $1,500 in your Bet365 account now. Now you could just take that money and then withdraw that back into your bank account. So like what we did there is we took that free money, we placed the bet with it, and then we turned that into real withdrawable cash, and we just take that free money that we just got and then withdraw that back into our bank accounts. So we literally just made $500 there. If you guys are catching what's going on, then you could guess what's going to happen next. So we just made a free $500 there. We spent $1,000 of our own money. We deposited $500 into Bet365, $500 into FanDuel, but we're leaving with $1,500. Now, let's see what would happen if the other side were to win. Let's run that back. 500 here, 500 here. Let's just erase this. Let's run that back. Let's say the Miami Heat were to win in this scenario. What would happen? So this would get erased because we did not win here. This side lost. And then this would turn into $1,000 because we're winning $1,000. Now, after this side won, we have $1,000 in our FanDuel account, $500 in our Bet365 account. $1,000 here, $500 here. How much is that? That's $1,500. So what we did here is we spent $500 of our own money. We spent $1,000 of our own money, 500 here, 500 here, but we're leaving with $1,500. Now you could just take this money and then withdraw that back into our bank accounts. So we just made $500 there, no matter who wins or loses. No matter who wins or loses this game, we're making a free $500. Are you guys understanding what's going on here? This is why you don't need to know anything about sports. I still don't know anything about sports after doing this for almost about a year. I don't know anything about sports. It doesn't matter what game you pick. You could do this with any game. It doesn't matter. This is why you don't need to know anything about sports. We just made a free $500 there, literally within 5 minutes. It takes, what, 2 minutes to place a bet? Less than literally 10 seconds to place a bet? We literally just made a guaranteed $500 there, no matter who wins or loses. Are you guys understanding what's going on there? Now, one thing that you need to realize is that there are dozens and dozens and dozens of sports betting apps with bonuses exactly like this or even bigger. Like what I mentioned before, it's kind of like a race to see, or a battle to see who can give away more money, because sports betting is huge nowadays. There's so many different sports betting apps, and there's different sports betting apps coming out every single day that are giving away free money. Every single sports betting app that you can think of has some sort of bonus to sign up for their apps, right? So what we're doing is we're just signing up for a bunch of different sports betting apps, taking their free bonuses, and then leaving. That's what we're doing. We're doing this match system, the NGG system, taking the free bonuses and then leaving. And this is exactly why my boy James made $2,800 in his first week by doing this, why Michael made over $3,000 in his first week of doing this, Jordan made over $3,000 in his first week of doing this, because we just do this with multiple different sports betting apps. This is so easy to do. This is literally so easy to do. It's such a practical thing, and this is why it only takes 20 to 30 minutes per day to do. Now, so some of you might be thinking, if these are sign-up bonuses, they only work once per person, or like once per sign-up account, right? Yes, that is true. So how do we turn this into like a weekly income? How do we turn this into a side hustle? Essentially what we have to do is we have to take the money that we make from our accounts and then invest them into other people's accounts, help them run the system, and then we split the profit. Because think about this. Every single business that you can think of, every single side hustle that you can think of, requires some sort of customer. You have to have some sort of customer or some sort of client. If you're doing a marketing agency, you need a client. If you're doing a Shopify dropshipping store, you need customers. If you're doing a video agency, you need clients. Any business or side hustle that you can think of, it requires some sort of client. With this, it's so easy to get clients. And the reason why it's so easy to get clients is because of the fact that what you're doing is you're going through your apps. You're doing the NGG cycle throughout your own app. So let's say you do 10 of your apps, which doesn't take long at all. You do 10 of your apps, you extract all the bonuses from 10 of those apps, you make $5,000. What you do is you take that money and then you invest it into your brother's account, your father's account, your mother's account, anyone's account. You get the bonuses from there, you do the NGG system, scrape all those bonuses from there, and then you guys just split the profit. Because you're putting down the money, you just split the profit. And this is exactly how you can make literally $2,000 to $4,000 per week by doing this. It's not hard to get clients with this. With different businesses, it's so fucking hard to get clients. Like, trust me, guys, I've done so many businesses in my life. Like, I've done a video marketing agency, for example, before. You have to like twist people's arms to basically sign up with you. You have to twist people's arm and RKO them and have a whole fucking sales call, presentation, all that sort of stuff, just to get people to say yes. With this is an offer that's so good to be true, or this is an offer that's so good that you would be stupid to say no. It sounds good to be true, too good to be true, but no, it's not. I've literally been teaching how many people how to do this. So if you come to anyone with that offer, all you have to say is, hey, I'm gonna give you money, sign up for a couple accounts, I'm gonna handle everything else, and then that's it. We'll just split the profit. You get a free $3,000. You think people are going to say no to that? No, people are not going to say no to that. This is why it's so easy to get clients with this. I literally have a 2-month waiting list at every single given moment. People come to me. I don't have to go to people. People come to me and ask me to do this for them. So it's free money for both of us. So who the fuck would say no? No one's going to say no to this. So this is why this is literally the greatest side hustle of all time, because this is so easy to do. Super easy to do. And when I say, okay, let me just give you a little disclaimer real quick. So this right here, it's this easy concept. But I kind of like explain this to the bare bones minimum. This is like the bare bones minimum explanation. So I don't want people like kind of, what I'm saying? Like I don't want people, I guess you could say, hurting themselves while doing this. Like I don't want people not knowing exactly what to do and then doing this themselves and then essentially maybe even losing money and then coming back to me and saying like, oh, I watched your video and I tried this on my own. No. What you need to do is click the link in the description and watch a free training, and they'll explain more about this. So make sure you're watching that before you even attempt any of this. So watch the free training in the link below. So because you need more information on this and you need to be educated on this before you actually do this. That's just a disclaimer. But that's the thing. This is such an easy side hustle to do. I've been doing this for almost like the past year now. And this has not failed me once. This has not failed anyone that I've taught this to once. This has a 100% success rate. And this is why it's guaranteed. So if you don't have light bulbs going off in your head right now, then there's something wrong with you. Like you might have just not understood what we just did there. All we're doing is just signing up for different sports betting apps, taking the free money, and then bouncing. Literally, this is the easiest side hustle in the world. It only takes 20 to 30 minutes per day because all you're doing is just placing bets. if you guys don't understand, like I don't even know what to say to you guys. If you guys want to learn more about this, make sure you click the link in the description and watch the free training below. There, it's going to explain a lot more about how the NGG system even works and how the NGG system, you know, what it is.